Many people suffer when they want to fill it up for the new adult passport in Canada, and also when people become 16 years of age and they don't know how to fill it up. For those people, I have planned to show how to fill it up the Canadian passport, and recently I have done it. uh, from this experience, I have gained some insights, so I want to share you with this here. So let's start from the beginning. First of all, number one section, you see the personal information. Here you will write your surname, the given names. If you have any other names, you can write it down here, and also your mother's surname and birth, and your place of birth, which city you were born, country, and date of birth, your sex, and your natural eye color and height. Here, important thing you have to check. If you need this soon, you have to write it down, or if you don't know it is more than 26 days, you write it down, you check here unknown. And in this section you have to declare all those information are correct. You sign in here, don't go beyond the border. You have to sign inside in between the border. And date, here date is important. Everywhere you will see, when you sign, you see a date also. Don't forget to fill it up. And the city and the province also you have to write it down. Second section is for the guarantor. You have to choose a guarantor who knows you and who is able to converse with the government officials in English fluently. To choose one of them. Remember, one of your parents can be your guarantee, so they have to fill it up, this section, and this bold 3-4 section they have to write down their signature, how long they know you, and date, and sign. It is guarantor sign. Third section is here is third section is if you have any travel document, that means Canadian passport, you have to write the number and date of issue. Important thing is, if you want to return it, you have to check here. If you don't check here, they will not send it back to you. Be careful. Fourth section is if you are not born in Canada, you have to provide one of the documents. Certificate of Canadian citizenship, mainly people send it. It should be original. Remember it should be original document, and the certificate number and date of issue. And also, if you are born February 15, 1977 to April 16, 1981, you have to fill this up. Otherwise, you can check one of those documents and write its information here. Here in this section, you have to provide another document to prove your identity, where your name, your picture, date of birth, and everything is over there. Generally, people send driving license. So if you send one driving license, it can be copied, photocopied. You don't need to send the original license. Send it photocopy. Here are these sections, but don't worry about it. You have to fill it up only the driving license information here, and here your signature and date. Number 6 is how long the periods of validity. So what you want? You want 5-year validity or 10-year validity? If you take 10 years, so just check here 10 year. Number 7 is you have to provide your last 2 years address. where you lived in last 2 years, provide all those information. If it is the same as current, check it here. If it is different, check here. If you have lived in the residence both as current address and also other address, you have to check both here. In last 2 years, your occupation or education, if you are part-time or full-time education, part-time or full-time employment, check it here. If you done both, you have to check both sections here. And all the employers and institutions address, name, telephone number, and field of employment or studies. For example, if you study in science, accounting, you write in accounting, or social service, or you study in or you are employed. So what you did as an employee, food server or something like that, write it down here. And starting date and ending date, if it is still going on either education or employment, write it down to date. And here is the references. So give 2 references name who know you for a long time and they know you personally. Give their all information. There is no signature of them out there, so you just take their consent and take all their information, write it down here, and also write it down what is the relationship. For example, if they are your family friend, just write it down family friend here. And it is optional. You are not if you don't want to give it, don't put any information here, but you have to sign here and date here. Okay, and those all are the informations regarding the passport. Here is the important thing, you have to check all those before sending the information. First, all 3 pages of the application you have to check it, double check if you put all the information here, especially your signature and date. Don't forget to sign all 3 pages and date. And one page, it is second I think, has to be signed by the guarantor will sign it. I already showed you. You have to submit 2 identical photos. So regarding photos, if you go to any studio, many studios in Canada, they know about the adult passport program. They will take their your picture according to the requirement. They have to seal it on the back of the photo, and one photo must be signed by the guarantor. They will attest it. They will attest that the guarantor knows you, and he or she will sign on the back of the photo. So it is must. So 2 original documents you have to sign. One is proof of Canadian citizenship, it is original, and another original is if you have the passport, you have to attach it with these two original copies, and one valid Canadian travel document. And this is support document, it can be original or photocopy. As I said, the driving license, you can copy the driving license. Last one is fee. You have to send the fee. So you just send the information of the money, your credit card information, the name appears on the card. What is the name on the card? Card number and expiry date. It here the applicant's name. Don't write anything here. It is their official use. And here if you send it is for 10 years, it should be here $160. You write it down here, and signature of the card holder and date. That's all information of the adult general passport. Another information I want to share with you, when you fill it up and put it in an envelope, then you have to send it in. As I said, if it is not urgent, I think if you don't need the travel document within 25 days, you don't need to go to any their offices, and they are not, it is not allowed to. So they encourage, and it is the only option to send by mail or courier if it is required 26 or more after 26 days. So in that case, if you are sending the application, there are 2 options. One is the by mail, regular mail, Canada Post, and another one is by courier. Canada Post is cheaper, I think, but it must be registered, and there should be a tracking number, and so that you can track where your delivery is, your mail is. So you can track it from your home. So when it is registered, they will give you the tracking information, so then you can check later on, and where the application is. Those all are the information. So these addresses are from where are you sending. So if for example you send from Ontario in Canada, this is the addresses. This is the address. And if you are sending application from other provinces, those are the two addresses here. So check it over, and finally, before you sending it, finally double check and check by another people, another your family member, to check if you miss anything else. If you miss anything else, they will return it to you, be remember. So never forget to sign and date every page there it required, and give the credit card information here. So that's it, my friends. Here are a few numbers, telephone numbers. Also, there is another number. I will put it down. If you find any, if you need any more information or further information, or you struggle to find it up, or you are confused for anything else, you can call them, and they will inform you the right answer. Hope you understand from my presentation. Still, if you need anything else, you can write it to me too. I will give the information if I know it. Finally, thank you very much for your patience, uh, um, and also just all the information I shared.